NKTelco Sports welcomes you to Fort Loramie, Ohio, where the Minster Wildcats take on the Fort Loramie Redskins. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Fort Loramie's momentum that they've picked up. They enjoy a 14-13 lead. Had some technical difficulties there, and we certainly apologize for that, but we're back in action here, and you're watching a great high school football game here on NKTelco. That's Ward with the football for Fort Loramie. Looks like number 18 for Minster in on the stop. That's Mike Kettner. That'll make it second down and 21, long yardage for Fort Loramie. Number 17 for the Redskins, Jake Ward, 5'8" senior. He's got a lot of speed, and boy, they'll try and get the ball into his hands. That's Siegel. He's going to go right side. Siegel will pick up a few yards. Brought down by a host of Minster players, including number 2, Jared Hillsman. Looks like Billing brings the play in this time for Fort Loramie. Siegel calls the play, and Fort Loramie set. Third down, 14. Football to their own 32. Here comes Ward. Still on his feet. He'll be run out of bounds. He's near the first down, but I think he's going to be just a little bit short, depending on where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 43, so he's got about 3 yards to go for that first down. So that's going to make it 4th down and 3 for Fort Loramie. Number 13, Cody Gasson, is going to step back to punt it. Gasson, he'll stand at his own 29-yard line. 4th down and 4. They're going to make it a little bit longer than what we originally estimated. So Fort Loramie is going to have to punt it away for the first time, as we've got a whistle. Minster will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here as the two teams head to their respective sidelines, and we'll remind you that tonight's game is being brought to you by Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens, bringing you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie, and it's been a good one. 14-13 our score. Midway through the second quarter. And the Redskins with that 14-13 lead. We'd also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football. Today's game can be seen on NKTelco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, August 26th at 11 p.m., Tuesday, August 30th at 7 p.m., and you can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. Cody Gasson will boot it away. First punt for Fort Loramie of the season. Let's see how that turns out. Kick is away. Schmeezing will watch it bounce at about the 26. He'll pick it up and try to make something of this. He'll get near the 30-yard line. Looks like he stepped out at about the 29-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Minster at their own 29. Let's see what Minster does on offense. Hillsman put the Wildcats on the board in the first quarter on a 7-yard run. Then later in the quarter, he hit Niemeyer with a 52-yarder with 1:59 to go in the quarter for the second touchdown. Difference in the game right now was one missed extra point by the Wildcats. Hillsman, he'll fake the throw. He'll go up the middle on the draw, and he will be stopped as the Fort Loramie defense digs in. Number 70, Sam Putoff, in on the stop. 6'3", 240-pound junior. And number 64, Frank Meyer, a 6'4", 200-pound senior. A bulk of that Fort Loramie defensive line stops Hillsman that time. And there'll be a whistle this time. Be a timeout for Fort Loramie. And we'll take a timeout as well with 5:44 to go here in the second quarter. Our score, Fort Loramie 14 and Minster 13. We'll be back right after this.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp to hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
2nd down and 9 for Minster. Hillsman with football. He'll go left side. He's got running room. Past the 40, past the 45. He'll move it up to about the 47. He's knocked out of bounds there as the pursuit finally catches up with him. But a nice gain by Hillsman. Football will be marked at the 48. That's 1st and 10 Minster as they try to regain the lead. They trail by a point. Signal coming in from the Minster bench. Snap to Hillsman. Host of Fort Loramie players in on the tackle. Looked like Meyer and Putoff again. Pretty good size there for Fort Loramie, and those two guys, hard to tell from our vantage point who made the stop, but whatever, it's a loss of a yard, so that'll make it 2nd down and 11 for Minster. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Hillsman, he's going to roll to his right side, cut it back up. He's going to go the other way. Now he's got running room. Here he goes. And a touchdown saving play, or at least it may have been there. Number 25 by Fort Loramie makes the stop. Daniel Burning, 6-foot senior, I believe, is the one that finally caught up with Hillsman, or Hillsman may have found the end zone. Football at the 23 of Fort Loramie, and Hillsman with the big run, and the Wildcats are 1st and 10 again. Hillsman left side. Tackle there by number 13. Cody Gasson will make the stop after Hillsman picks up a yard, so it'll be at the 23. Second down and 9. Signal comes in from the bench. Minster offense is set. Hillsman the lone back, looks long. Touchdown. Niemeyer with the catch. "23-yarder. Niemeyer with the catch as a battle for the football goes on, and the Wildcats take the lead, and here comes the extra point. It's good, and just like that, the Wildcats are back in the lead. Our score, Minster 20, Fort Loramie 14, and we'll be back right after this.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold. We are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Gabriel, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Hillsman having quite a performance here in the first half against Fort Loramie for Minster. 118 yards rushing and 113 yards passing, so some pretty good numbers for the junior quarterback for Minster. And the touchdown pass there of 21 yards to Jonathan Niemeyer puts Minster back into the lead at 20-14. Let's see what Fort Loramie can do now with the football as the Wildcats will kick it away. And the return, there's a penalty, and return goes to about the 39-yard line, but with that penalty, we'll have to see what happens here. Could be on Fort Loramie. Officials talking it over. And they're going to come over and talk to the Fort Loramie coach, Whit Parks. Looks like a sideline warning. Seems a little bit unusual, but let's see if we can try and sort through this. Football's going to be marked back at the 24. So the penalty goes against Fort Loramie, and 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Kind of hard to determine exactly what the call was. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Siegel will keep it. Hit hard as the Minster defensive line looks like number 56 in on the stop. Luke Luke Putoff, as well as Hillsman and Bainline all in on the stop. Siegel outside the Ward, but no gain, or very little, perhaps a yard. Make it 3rd down and 8. Football to 26. And we've got a whistle. We're finishing up the first half of football here between Minster and Fort Loramie. About an hour and 35-minute lightning delay. And there's a pass for the end zone that's going to be incomplete. We have about 30 seconds left as the clock is going to stop at 18 seconds. And, of course, we apologize for any kind of technical difficulties that we had previous to the stoppage of play here at Fort Loramie. And just trying to recap just a little bit. Minster leads Fort Loramie at 20-14. And, again, we've had about an hour and 35-minute delay because of lightning. Play has finally resumed at the almost 10:45 here in Fort Loramie, and we're wrapping up the first half of play. Fort Loramie has the football, and there's 18 seconds remaining on the clock. There will not be a halftime break. We'll immediately go into the third quarter as they take a knee there, and that's going to run out the time here for the first half of play. And our first half score, finally, we'll take a break with this. Minster 20 and Fort Loramie 14. We'll be back with the third quarter action right after this.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Back here at Fort Loramie, we're about to begin the third quarter of play. Our score, Minster 20 and Fort Loramie 14. First half statistic, Minster had 11 first downs to Fort Loramie 7. Rushing, the Wildcats 21 carries, 139 yards. Fort Loramie 17 rushes, 120 yards. Passing yards, Minster was 5 out of 7 for 113 yards, while Fort Loramie was 4 out of 5 for 61 yards. Rushing, Minster was led by their quarterback, Jared Hillsman, 17 rushes, 128 yards. Fort Loramie, Jake Ward, 10 rushes, 79 yards. Also, Fort Loramie's quarterback, Austin Siegel, had 6 rushes for 30 yards. And that sums up most of the statistics here for the first half of play. Minster will kick off to start the third quarter here. And we've got a fresh clock, 12 minutes, and here we go. The second half is underway from Fort Loramie. And the return comes to about the 29-yard line, and Fort Loramie will take over. Tackle there by Niemeyer, and Fort Loramie will be First and 10, football at their own 29-yard line. Siegel, he'll hand off to Gasson. He'll go right side, and he'll get to about the 35. They'll mark it at the 34, pickup of 5 yards, making it second down and 10. Gasson with a 5-yard run, and we're underway for Fort Loramie. Football resting, they'll mark it at the 35. This will be Ward. He'll go right side as he takes the snap, and no gain that time. Host of Minster Wildcats in on the stop that time. Number 56 on the stop there. That's Luke Putoff. Big junior lineman for Minster. He makes the tackle, and it's third down and 4. Here comes Siegel, or rather Ward. He'll come to the left side and still on his feet, but knocked out of bounds there by number 5, and I think there's going to be a penalty. Penalty on the play, and let's see what the call is. Personal foul against the Wildcats, so big penalty, and that's going to give Fort Loramie a first down. That'll move the football all the way into Wildcat territory. They'll place it at the 44, first and 10, Fort Loramie. 20-14 the score. Minster with the lead. Fort Loramie on the move. Siegel, pitch, Ward, right side. Brought down by number 10 for the Wildcats. Bryce Smeezing in on the stop. That makes it second down and 10. Here comes the snap back to Ward. He's going to run up the middle. He'll pick up the first down. Football resting at the 30-yard line as the Redskins break the huddle. Ward in the backfield. Cecil will get the snap. He'll run with it. He'll be brought down by number 5, Connor Meyering, with the stop. Make that number 5. Carter Hogenkamp with a stop there for Minster. That'll make it second down and 7, a gain of 3 that time. This will be Ward, number 52 for the Wildcats, with the hit and the stop. Max Pringer with the tackle and the stop, and a 3-yard gain makes it, well, that'll be first and 10. 7-yard pickup that time, and Fort Loramie's on the move. Gasson will go slot right. Snap comes back to Ward. Picks up perhaps a yard. Second down and 9. Clock approaching 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. Minster 20, Fort Loramie 14 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Here comes Gasson around the right side. Good speed as he turns that corner. Jeremy Kaufman, number 55, a Wildcat linebacker, in on the stop. Third down and 3. Football now at the Minster 13-yard line. Fort Loramie looking to take the lead. Comes back to Ward. Into the pile. Be close to the first down, we'll see. Fourth down and a yard. Fourth down and 1. Let's see what happens, folks. Gonna have a timeout. Timeout with 6:59 to go here in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here and thank the fine sponsors bringing you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie here on NKTelco. Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens, bringing you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie. And it's been a good one. Unfortunately, we had about a 90-minute plus lightning delay in the middle of it. Right now, it's 20-14. Minster with a lead. Fort Loramie trying to take advantage and take the lead on their first possession of the second half. Statistically, for Fort Loramie, Austin Siegel 4 out of 5 passing in the first half, 61 yards. Overall, Fort Loramie with 120-plus yards rushing. Wildcats rushed the ball in the first half 21 times for 139 yards. Hillsman leads all rushers in tonight's game, 17 rushes, 128 yards. And now we're set. Whit Parks is the head coach for Fort Loramie, has discussed things with his offense, and here's a very big play here early in the second half. Fourth down and 1. Let's see what happens. They shift. Ward in the backfield and going to have a timeout, Minster. Major strategy going on in this one. Third quarter, and we'll keep it right here and remind you also that tonight's game has been brought to you by the following fine sponsors: Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens. There you see the Fort Loramie team talking about the strategy for this fourth down and 1 that's coming up. We'd also like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football. Today's game can be seen on NKTelco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Tuesday, August 30th at 7 p.m. You can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. Discussion is over with. We're ready for football action. 6:58 to go. Third quarter. Let's see what happens. Fort Loramie, a little bit of an unusual shift that causes a timeout. It's Ward. He's having trouble, but he'll take that second lunge forward, and he gets the first down. The Minster defense had him stopped, but he squirts away and picks up the yard that he needed for a first down. First and goal, football's at the 9-yard line. Ward again. This time there's 3 of them from Minster on him, led by number 2, Jared Hillsman with the stop, along with several teammates on that time. No gain on the play, so it's perhaps a loss of a yard. They're calling it to be 2nd down and 9. Going to throw it, trying to turn the corner, and Siegel runs into lots of company as the Wildcats cut that off and knock him out of bounds. Hillsman again on the stop. 3rd down and goal. Football resting at the 9. Clock moving. One receiver split wide to the left for Fort Loramie, everybody else in tight. Siegel's going to try to throw it to that one guy in the end zone, tipped away. Jonathan Niemeyer with a great defensive play for Minster. 6'3" senior batted that one away, or Fort Loramie may have had another touchdown. That sets up an even bigger situation. 4th and goal. Football is resting at the 14. Let's see what happens. Got to put it in the end zone, Fort Loramie does, or Minster will take over on possessions. Siegel, he's going to throw it. He's hit hard. Pass is short, incomplete. And Minster will take over, and number 50, Alex Oldegus, a 6'1" senior, put the pressure on Siegel, and that means it'll be Minster's offense on the field and Fort Loramie's defense. We'll have to see if they can stop them. 4:57 to go. 3rd quarter action here from Fort Loramie. Opening night of the high school football season, full of lightning delays, full of all sorts of action. In fact, lightning is about the only thing that slowed these two teams down. Good first half of football, and the second half here is shaping up the same way. Hillsman, he'll call the signals. Pass out in the flight intended for Schmeezing, incomplete, and it's 2nd down and 10. Clock will stop at 4:54. Wildcats wait on the signal. Hillsman in the backfield, talking there with Bryce Schmeezing. Here it comes, Hillsman left side. Finds the hole across the 20. First and 10 for Minster as Hillsman picks up the necessary yards. Here comes Hillsman across midfield, or nearing midfield, across the 45. What a nice run by Hillsman. Football, they're going to mark it at the 45, and Minster moving the football again. Chains being set. Schmeezing in the backfield with Hillsman. He'll go left side. Boy, what a nice block, but Fort Loramie defense bounces back and stops Hillsman for no gain. 64 for the Wildcats. Made a nice block to stop Hillsman from getting tackled in his backfield. That's Seth Harmeyer, 5'10" senior. But no gain on the play, and it's 1st and 10, or 2nd and 10. We got a penalty on the play. Holding call goes against Minster, so football will be marked all the way back to the 30-yard line. So it's 1st and 25 for Minster. Hillsman barks out the signals. Slot left. He looks right. Pass incomplete. Pass intended for Jonathan Niemeyer. Incomplete. Clock stops at 3:31. Second down and 25. Couple of receivers wide right. Hillsman, he's going to go off tackle. He'll get it across the 40. Picking up about 10 of the yards that they lost on the penalty. So that'll make it 3rd down and 15. Here comes the snap. Hillsman is going to drop straight back. Intended for Schmeezing, incomplete. And it looks like Minster may be forced to punt the football here on 4th and long. Gasson and Turner will be deep for Fort Loramie. Schmeezing punts it away. Hits at the 25, and it's going to go out of bounds right there. Score remains Minster 20. Fort Loramie 14 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Here come the Redskins. First down play. Here comes a sweep left. It's Gasson. He's going to try to turn the corner. He does, knocked out of bounds by number 8, Alex Lemcool. That'll be a first down. Nice run by Gasson as he uses that speed to turn the corner. This time it comes down to Ward. About 1 yard, about a 2-yard pickup. Put off in on the stop that time, number 56. Several Wildcats make the play. Ward's trying to turn the corner, and there's put off again. Put off with help from number 55. Jeremy Kaufman, one of the Wildcats linebackers, also with a stop. Third down and 7. Minute 30 to go here in the third quarter. Siegel, he's going to throw it. Looking long. Incomplete. Intended for Gasson. Just a little bit off target. Makes it 4th down and 7. Let's take another look at that one. There you see Siegel. He's going to roll right, or roll to his left. Gasson, number 13, coming into your screen there. Here comes the toss. Just incomplete. Defending for Minster on the play, number 2, Jared Hilsman. There's the punt. Here comes the return by Schmeezing, and he'll be brought down at about the 25-yard line, and Minster will have a 1st and 10. Wildcats getting their instructions. Back on the field they come. Play clock at 10 seconds as they move into their positions. Hilsman. Schmeezing, left side. Gets to about the 30. That'll make it about 6 yards for a 1st down. Clock, as you can see, counting down here in the third quarter play. Hilsman, he'll go left. He'll come right. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Looks like he's about a yard short. Gonna take a look at it. Gonna take a look at this one. Going to be short. Just short of the 1st down. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Football just shy of the 36. Play clock at 12 seconds. Now the clock starts. Hillsman, he'll keep it. He'll go left. Short pass. Incomplete. That'll make it 4th down and 1. Fourth and 1 for basically a foot. Short yardage that time. Minster elects to put the ball in the air. Here comes the snap, and there's the punt. Fair catch. Dropped the football and recovered it up as Gasson. So Fort Loramie will have the ball. First and 10, football will be at the Fort Loramie 35-yard line. Should be the final play of the third quarter. Here comes Ward. Stop there by Hillsman and number 25, Jack Heitbrink as well. And that's going to end the third quarter of play. Our score, Minster 20, Fort Loramie 14. We'll be back right after this.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Fourth quarter action is upon us, and Minster and Fort Loramie in a great high school opening game here tonight with a 6-point lead for the Wildcats, and Jared Hillsman is doing some checking on some statistics. 177 yards rushing here so far through 3 quarters of football, and that's a pretty good night for Jared Hillsman as the Redskins have the football. Football at the Fort Loramie 36. Siegel will drop back. Ward on the night has 17 rushes and 102 yards, so there's 2 rushers tonight over the 100-yard figure so far. Third down and 9 for Fort Loramie. Siegel is going to throw it. Going to go long. Gasson intercepted. Niemeyer. He's coming up the sidelines. He'll cut back and be tackled as Jonathan Niemeyer with a big play on defense for Minster. 49-yard line of Fort Loramie, and Minster will have the football. Clock starting. Here comes the Minster offense, getting instructions from their coach. Back out on the field. Football just a yard into Fort Loramie territory. Hillsman schmeezing with it right side. Nice pickup, about 5 yards for schmeezing. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Fake to schmeezing. Hillsman will take it across the 40. First and 10 as Minster players looking at the sidelines. The signal comes in. Hillsman right up the middle, but he stopped there. .45 Mike Hoying, a linebacker. Junior linebacker makes the stop. Football to 37. Second down and 9 yards to go. Hillsman, right side, following his blocks inside Fort Loramie, inside the 30 and near the 20 as he does the dance along the sidelines. Nice run again by Hillsman as he continues to be the primary source of offense for the Wildcats, rushing the football. Big drive here for Minster. 9 minutes, 39 seconds left to play. Hillsman just went over 200 yards rushing on the night with that carry. High snap. Schmeezing will get it. He'll go left side, trying to find some room, but Fort Loramie strings it out nicely. And number 32 for the Redskins makes the stop. That's Cody Barhorst, a junior linebacker. Football at the 14. Minster will need to get to about the 9 for a first down. Fort Loramie's defense has got to come up with a big play here. There it is. Fumble, bad snap. Number 52, Tate Schultes with the recovery of the fumble. Schultes recovers the fumble, and with 8:39 to go, Fort Loramie gets a break. Let's see how this materializes. Minster was on the move, but the turnover puts it right back into the hands of Fort Loramie. Football deep in Fort Loramie territory. Siegel will keep it. Tackle there by number 4, Isaac Schmeezing, and number 15, Jonathan Niemeyer, make the stop. Makes it second down and a long 3. Siegel. Hillsman, number 2 on the stop. Close to the first down, but I think he's a little bit short. Third down and 1. Clock at 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play in this one. There you see the Fort Loramie offense. Now the overall. Big play right here. Ward, Schmeezing will make the stop, but not before Ward gets the first down. Back to Siegel. He's going to run to his right. Perhaps a pickup of a yard at the most. Max Pranger, one of them, Wildcats in on the stop. And one thing to mention, Fort Loramie lost their young running back on the very, very first play of the game here tonight. Number 21, Carter Mesher, a sophomore who had started several games as a freshman and went out with a shoulder injury. We're not sure how seriously that is, but Ward and Siegel have done the majority of the rushing for the Redskins. .6:15 to go in the ball game. That'll make it a third down, and we'll call it 7. 3rd and 7 for Fort Loramie. Still in their own territory at the 33. Looking for a big play. Snap back to Siegel. He'll roll left. Under pressure. Still under pressure, but finds some running room, but Schmeezing with the tackle will bring him down short of that first down. Looks like about 3 yards short. There you can see the official making the mark. Call it 4th down. 4th down and 2 yards, and Fort Loramie's going to be forced to punt the football away. Gasson will punt it for Fort Loramie. There's a whistle. Let's see what this is all about. Going to be a penalty against Minster, I believe. Oops. Too many players on the field, I believe. That gives Fort Loramie a first down on a 4th down punting situation, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt Minster. 1st and 10, Fort Loramie. Minster defense needs to regroup. Siegel going to roll to his right, fires a rocket. And there'll be another penalty there. That's going to be another 15 yards against Minster. Take a look at that one again. I believe the receiver is number 10, Darren Turner. Not sure here. There's the pass. Right on the money, and then boom. So that's going to put Fort Loramie at the Minster 31. And boy, the clock is counting at 4:50 to go in this one. The old Statue of Liberty. It's going to go to the left side. Gain of about 5 or 6 or so. That was Gasson on the play. Little misdirection there by Fort Loramie, and they pick up 5 yards, makes it 2nd and 5 football at the 36. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass is tipped. Third down and 6. Boy, it seems like every play here on this drive has been a big one for Fort Loramie. A break here, a nice pass here, and Fort Loramie has the drive still moving. 3rd down and 6. Siegel picks up maybe a yard or 2. It's going to bring up another 4th down. Hang on to your hats, folks. Fourth down and about 5 yards to go. Fort Loramie will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here because this may be the biggest play of the night coming right up here with our score on the First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 20 and Fort Loramie 14. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens, bringing you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie, and it's been a good one, that's for sure. At about an hour and 35-minute lightning delay, which makes it a very unusual contest, but by the time this game is appearing on your television set, that's not much news anymore. But the football action has been a good one as the two teams have gone back and forth since the first play of the game, and right now, here we are. 4th down and 5, 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in this game here in Fort Loramie, and as we said, Fort Loramie needs a first down to keep this drive alive. Right here on NKTelco, here comes the play. Ward goes in motion, right side. Siegel, he looks right, pressured by Schmeezing. He'll throw the ball, and it's incomplete or intercepted. Not sure. Looks like it's an interception. We'll see if he's in bounds or out of bounds, but Schmeezing Hillsman made the catch. We got whistles on the play. All sorts of commotion. Now we'll have a discussion. Procedure call against Fort Loramie. They'll decline, or Minster will decline. They'll take the football, and it will be placed at the 18-yard line. So the interception by Hillsman, who's done a little bit of everything tonight, puts the football back into Minster's hands. Clock stands at 3:39. Big play by the Minster defense on a 4th down play. And the Wildcats now have 3 minutes and 39 seconds to do something with the football. They enjoy a 6-point lead in what's been a very close battle here at Fort Loramie. Hillsman going to get the football to about the 20. That'll make it 2nd down and 8. Clock is the biggest enemy right now for Fort Loramie. Niemeyer will come wide left. Hillsman, the quarterback. Settles in. Schmeezing to his right. High snap. Hillsman will fall on it wisely at the 15-yard line. And it's a loss on the play, and the clock still moves, but the situation on offense has changed for Minster now. That'll push it back to what I'll call a 3rd and 13. So Minster will have one more play to run on the clock, and then most likely will have to be forced to punt the football. But we'll see. A little bit of speculation there on my part. Niemeyer wide to the right side. Receivers to the left side. It's going to be Hillsman. Fort Loramie wisely keys on him, and looks like Frank Meyer, one of Fort Loramie's tackles, makes the stop, number 64. So now we're at 4th and 12, and the clock is counting at 1:55. And Schmeezing will be standing. Schmeezing will stand at about the 3-yard line to punt this away. So Fort Loramie is going to have good field position regardless. Snap is good. Punt is away. It's going to be fielded at the 46. Right side goes Gasson. Gasson's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good for Fort Loramie, and he stops the clock with 1:28 to go. One minute, 28 seconds left in this one. First National Bank scoreboard has Minster with a 20-14 lead, and this one is a nail-biter. Those are the fans that have hung around here tonight at Fort Loramie are certainly seeing a good, exciting game. This is Ward. He'll go right side. He's going to stay in bounds. He'll move inside for perhaps a 2-yard pickup, perhaps 3, so that'll make it 2nd down and 7, and the clock is moving. Time is a factor. 65 seconds left in this one. 2nd down play, Fort Loramie. They almost have to go to the air. Let's see what it is. Siegel, he'll set back down the middle. There's the man. Caught. Ball is loose. Touchdown, Fort Loramie. Gasson will recover it in the end zone. Or catch it in the end zone. Here comes the all-important extra point. Billing will come in. He's hit 2 of them tonight, going for the most important of them all. His 3rd extra point with 52 seconds left in the game. Let's see the snap. The hold, there you see the view. Snap a little bit off. Blocked in the end zone, and it's no good. We're going to take a look at that touchdown, see what really happened there. Let's sit back and watch this. There you see Siegel. Down the middle, you see the receiver in Gasson. He's open, makes the catch and gets drilled. Loose football, into the end zone it goes, and there you see number 13. Gasson falls on it. Let me get my receivers correct. That was 17, Jake Ward, who was the initial receiver. So Gasson recovers it in the end zone for the touchdown. But to add to more drama, the extra point is missed. So we stand at 20-20, and we'll keep it right here as there are 52 seconds left in this one, and Fort Loramie will kick it off. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game brought to you by Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens. So on what has been a long football night, we could be headed for even more playing time here at Fort Loramie. Two teams are tied at 20 after the point after touchdown kick is blocked. Snap was just a little bit off and the timing off, and the result keeps Minster and Fort Loramie tied at 20. Short kick picked up by one of the short men. He'll go down at the 36-yard line. Jonathan Niemeyer will give the Wildcats the football at the 41-yard line. There's 48 seconds to go in this one, and it will be interesting to see what transpires. Minster has 2 timeouts left. Football at the 41. Hillsman. Scramble, but he's going to be brought down. Frank Meyer, number 64, one of 3 Fort Loramie players in on the stop. Clock is at 30 seconds. Michael Hoying, another one. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Clock is going to be at 15 seconds, and this will be the final play of the regulation. Hillsman's going to drop back and unload. Down the middle. Niemeyer shot at it, no good, and there's a 10th of a second left. So there's one more play that the Wildcats can run. We are deadlocked at 20. Football is at the Minster 41-yard line. Let's see what transpires. Oh, we've got a timeout, Minster. Have a timeout, Minster. We'll take a timeout. Our score, Minster 20, Fort Loramie 20. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
One more play here in regulation. There you see the Fort Loramie team and the coaches making their final instructions here in regulations. It's going to be most likely another play similar to the one that we just saw, a long pass deep. We'll see. Hillsman, number 2, is the quarterback, and we've got a whistle. I think we got an extra player on the field for Fort Loramie, or an illegal substitute. So that moves the football. Football goes to the 44. Here comes the snap. He's going to throw long. There it is. Pass intended for Isaac Schmeezing, I think. Anyway, it's incomplete, so regulation is over, and our score, Fort Loramie 20 and Minster 20, and we'll be back with overtime right after this.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
That's pretty wild.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Murray, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
There you see the Fort Loramie team. They get a 3-minute intermission here as the two teams will flip the coin to decide who covers what. And it looks like Fort Loramie will get the football first. Recapping some statistics through regulation. First downs, Fort Loramie 17, Minster 15. Rushing yardages, Minster has the edge, 36 rushes, 223 yards. Fort Loramie 44 rushes, 206 yards. Passing yards, 113 yards for Minster. Jared Hillsman 5 out of 15. Austin Siegel, 6 out of 14 for 95 yards. Return yards, pretty much even. Fort Loramie was 73, and Minster was 69. Punts, Minster had 4 punts, 30 average. Fort Loramie 3 for 35. Both teams have fumbled once. Minster lost one. Penalty yardage, Minster has 6 penalties and 65 yards, and Fort Loramie 5 for 50 yards, and a very even game in regards to time of possession. Minster just about 23 minutes, and Fort Loramie just a little bit over 25 minutes. So possession relatively even. Okay, we got a few more statistics. We'll bring those as we got a 2-minute break here in our score again. Fort Loramie 20, Minster 20. We'll come back right after this.
Jump, jump. What? Oh, come on. Set.
Plastic surgery is very expensive today. Coach.
Jet!
Jet?
Come on, shoot him.
Need more bandwidth? Switch to NKTelco and run all your devices.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready
That makes 7 penalties, 80 yards for Minster tonight. Or 75 yards, rather. Right side's Hillsman, snaking himself along the sidelines. Moves near the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to make it 4th down and 10. Make it 3rd down, not 4th. Hillsman, end zone. Schmeezing makes the catch. Big play as Hillsman and Schmeezing connect. Football is going to be out of bounds there at about the 3-yard line. Big pass and a 1st down for Minster. Going to hurry up and get set. Schmeezing around the right side. He's close. One-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Hillsman trying to get traction. He's in. Minster wins. Hillsman sneaks it home, and this one is over. Tough loss for Fort Loramie, and a nice way to start the season for Minster as they win 26-20. We'll be back. We'll take a look at that one again, of course, as the celebration for Minster continues and the frustration for Fort Loramie. Here we'll see it again. Hillsman, over 200 yards rushing tonight. Well, this one's Schmeezing on a great run to set this one up, and he moves it to within a yard, and that was a major play, as well as the pass play right before that between Hillsman and Schmeezing. And there you see the two teams. We'll be back right after this.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you. Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on an attempt-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold, we are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless Premium retailer.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Gabriel, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st century kitchen.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Back here at Fort Loramie, there you see the Minster Wildcats, winners over Fort Loramie 26-20. Exciting football game. Hillsman scores it in overtime, in Minster's overtime possession for a 26-20 win after Fort Loramie was stopped, just a yard or so short of the end zone on their possession. It's been a heck of a battle. The Wildcats win it 26-20 over Fort Loramie. And time now to feature our stars to the game tonight. For the Minster Wildcats, our star of the game, as one might anticipate, their quarterback, Jared Hillsman. Hillsman had 30 rushes, 211 yards, 6 out of 16 passing for another 130, and even somehow managed to intercept a pass. And the Subway player of the game, Subway in New Bremen, is Jared Hillsman. And for the Fort Loramie Redskins, tough loss here tonight for the home team. There's player of the game, Jake Ward. Jake had an absolutely outstanding game for Fort Loramie. Wade rushed 27 carries for 124 yards as he led his team and scored a couple of touchdowns as well. And he's our player of the game for Fort Loramie here this evening. Just recapping stats: Minster 16 first downs, Fort Loramie 18 overall rushing yardage, 237 for Minster, 222 for Fort Loramie. Passing yards 130 for Minster, 95 for Fort Loramie. And time of possession, again, as we said earlier, pretty much even. Minster the winner in overtime tonight, 26-20. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwiedemann's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwiedemann, West Staff, Radio Hospital, and 21st Century Kitchens all bring you tonight's game. And on the First National Bank, for the last time, our final score from Fort Loramie: Minster 26 and Fort Loramie 20 in overtime.